I can tell you that it took me forever to understand this process. Great, Thando, look there.
I just want to...
Okay, you have to raise your hand, Carly. Let's have Thando Lucia ask first. No problem.
Right. My question for Lucy, I saw that the process is quite long, and there's the cabinet, there's the president, and a whole lot of other stakeholders. So how do they involve the public in lawmaking? Because we can't run away from the fact that these laws affect the public as well as it does affect the people in the parliament, the people who make these laws. So how do they involve the public in making these laws?
So that's a great question, and we are going to look at the process that's called submission writing in the next session. So at the moment, as you saw in the video, the first step is for the executive, or what we call government, write the draft law. That process is finished. But when the Department of Social Development were writing this bill, they sent it out, they published it in what's called the Government Gazette, and they asked people to write in and tell them what they thought should change. They also invited a lot of organizations that work with children to tell them what they thought, but they didn't ever engage directly with children and young people during what we saw in the video was called the executive phase. So where we are now is that the bill has been approved by Cabinet, and the Minister of Social Development has tabled the bill in Parliament. And in the old days, they used to physically come with their papers and put them on the table where the mace is. So that's why it's called tabling. It just means that they said to the Speaker of Parliament, we have a new law that we'd like to create. So the bill is currently with Parliament, and Parliament must invite comments from the public. They have had a briefing from the Department of Social Development, who is the government department that wrote the bill, and now they will publish in the next few days what's called an invitation to comment on the bill. And we will share that with everybody. And as far as we know, they are going to give people 6 weeks in order to read the bill and to make their comments. And in the next session, Mbonisi is going to tell us how we can actually make those comments. But Parliament will invite you to write to them with suggested changes, and they will also open up the possibility for going to speak to them and make presentations about the changes that you want to see. Okay.
Thanks, Lucy.